Choose life and live. Buy original. Be original. SON.
I will not stop destroying fake and substandard goods as long as we continue to bring them into Nigeria. Director General Standards Organization of Nigeria tells unscrupulous importers as the world celebrates World Standards Day. Osita Boluma takes campaign against fake and substandard products to the popular electronic market in Alaba, Lagos. Sure, you're already itching to find out what he told the marketers. That's after this message.
My people, SON no be pikin. SON na Standards Organization of Nigeria. You be importer, I be exporter. You don't register the market where you dey sell for son. Standards Organization of Nigeria dey call you now to come register wetin you dey sell for Naija. This na to make everything wey dey Naija market get standard. If you never register, na im be say if dem gbab you go pay all the gbese and na your pocket go hear am. Sharparly, go register the market or product wey you dey sell for any SON wey near you. For Standard Organization Office, you go get correct information wey go help you know how you go take register. For more tori, visit SON website wey be www.son.gov.ng. Standard Organization of Nigeria, una dey improve life through standard.
Hello and welcome to your program. Yes, our program, Standard and You. My name is Ifoma Okonkwo. Are you one of those unpatriotic importers who still import fake and substandard goods into the country? You are advised to desist from the illegal business or have your products seized and destroyed. This is because the Director General of the Standards Organization of Nigeria, Osita Aboluma, says such goods have no place in Nigeria.
This is money, investment of Nigerians. We are not doing this to attack the economic strength. The truth is that we want them to comply to standards. We have sun cap and man cap. Obey the law so that your goods will be competitive.
That was the Director General, Standards Organization of Nigeria, Osita Aboluma. These are substandard products ranging from fridges, electric cables, cooking stoves, and other household items intercepted by officials of the agency at different ports in Lagos. The 7 containers being destroyed were impounded for false declaration.
The goods that we have today is as a result of our surveillance on items that conform to Nigerian and international standards. Some of these items you see, these are part of the results of our surveillance. Some of the items here are the ones that do not conform to standards. They are the ones that are life endangering. These are the ones that we want to get rid of from the society. The journey actually started some time ago in our site in Ogba, where we brought in a lot of seized items that are hazardous to human consumptions. We got some of them as a result of our collaboration with the men of Nigerian Customs Service. They gave us well over 7 containers of substandard cables in particular, because we're embarking on war against substandard cables. They are life endangering. They kill people.
Such interagency collaboration among government agencies, especially with the SON, the Director General noted, has continued to yield positive results.
We will prosecute the culprits and the law will take its full course. I keep saying it. The fact that we are trying to create an enabling environment for the ease of doing business in Nigeria does not give people the right to harm or kill Nigerians with substandard products. Please help SON to help you. If you see anything unwholesome, report to SON or our sister agencies and we'll respond accordingly.
The SON boss warned importers to do the right thing by promoting standardization amongst our children. Director General of the Standards Organization of Nigeria, Osita Boluma, has restated the agency's commitment to ensure that consumers get value for their money. He gave this assurance when he met with members of Electrical Dealers Association of Nigeria, Alaba Market, Lagos, as part of activities to mark this year's World Standards Day.
This visit by the Director General of the Standards Organization of Nigeria is one which he considers extremely necessary, given the fact that most electrical products in the country are from this market. The SON boss pointed out clearly that part of SON's reviewed strategy to tackle the menace of substandard goods, especially electrical cables, includes regular dialogue on product, safety, and quality. The objective, he explained, is to educate stakeholders on the dangers of substandard products. Aboloma told the marketers that government will continue to support only genuine business and always shut the nation's borders to fake and substandard products.
I don't need to restore to courts for me to take away life-endangering markets from the market, life-endangering items from the markets. If you don't comply to standard, we see your goods. By virtue of the SON Act of 2015, SON workers are now mandated to work, and they now have the power of a police officer to take away any goods that they feel that is substandard from the market. And I also want to tell my brothers here this unfortunate news, that in as much as government is trying to create an enabling environment for the ease of doing business, that does not give us rights to harm or kill Nigerians with substandard goods. Let us be the light so that other people will emulate us.
He frowned at those who import substandard electrical products and expose consumers to dangers. He urged importers of electrical products to always seek expert advice from the SON and ensure their goods conform with the standards. Aboloma told members of the association that SON would not allow a group of unpatriotic businessmen driven by selfish motive to waste consumers' resources and always expose them to avoidable debts. He added that the Standards Organization of Nigeria, more than ever, has been repositioned to deal with the menace of substandard products.
All products manufactured in Nigeria are supposed to be certified. That's minimum of MANCAP. So that is what we do. We go to the market, we buy some of these products, we come and test them. And then we now compare the results with those in the factory and those at the market level. So for the imported products too, you know they're supposed to have SONCAP. That means they are being tested offshore and then they are cleared at the port. Some of them might not have been inspected. Some of them might have been taken away through other means. So if we cannot see them at the point of entry, we now find them in the market. And then we inspect them at the market, we sample and we test. And so where there's no compliance, further action is normally taken.
We have made our cost available to the public, in the public domain. If you go to our website, you see the cost there. Because of the ease of doing business, it demands that, and we have done that. So, and where you are not computer literate or not IT literate, you cannot access this information on your own, you can come to us. Even if you come to my office, it's on the notice board, you'll see it. You have access to physical copies, you'll see it. So nobody should come and fool you to pay more for what you can do with less money, less amount. So that is number one. Number two, it is good to know that according to the SON Act 14 of 2015, it is illegal for any imported product to find its way into our market without being registered. What that shows is that it's a violation of the law of the land. And as we all know, the law of the land is supreme. So nobody is above the law. And if you are caught, you'll be severely punished according to the law of the land.
Members of the association pledged their support to the SON and sought answers to vital issues bordering on quality and safety of products.
I know for sure they will comply to government standard, which we are clamoring for. The SON is not harming anybody, but I know that transformation is not a dead business. By special grace of God, those who have not complied with, will comply because they have seen good things. You can't see good and go to bad.
I promise that after today, people will change because there will be a lot of lectures, a lot of things that they don't know. We have to tell them so that after that, they will change their mind to produce standard products.
If you're just joining us, you're watching Standard and You, brought to you by the Standards Organization of Nigeria, the SON. October 14th is World Standards Day. It's a day set aside by nations the world over to promote standardization. This year's theme is Standards Make Cities Smarter.
Understanding the dynamics of standardization and how best to make cities smarter is the focus of this year's celebration of the World Standards Day. The 14th of October every year, the world promotes standardization by organizing a series of events in commemoration of the day.
Plan a symposium in Abuja that will involve discussants, that will include town planners, architects, designers, builders, environmentalists, that will discuss and bring home the message of standardization on how to make Nigerian cities smart and more efficient. How we can improve the life of Nigerians through standards, whereby Nigerians will now look forward to living in smart cities. That is what is done all over the world. That is what Standard Organization is trying to bring to Nigeria.
Director General of the Standards Organization of Nigeria, Dr. Osita Aboloma, stressed as part of a global world, Nigeria must rise above its challenges and embrace standards. He says the nation must align itself to new ways of providing solutions to challenges of product safety and quality in line with international best practices. Aboloma says standards open door to a wide range of products and services, help increase competition and foster innovation. The SON boss expressed the agency's resolve to promote global standards as well as engage stakeholders in the elaboration and enforcement of standards in Nigeria. Some stakeholders bear their minds on the relevance of standards to nation building.
If we apply standards in the manufacturing sector, you will see that it will position Nigeria very well in most of the African market and even to the world.
When you buy standards and they start using it and use the money that they use to buy some standard to do other things, is that not enough to show you that it will help us to grow in our economy?
Welcome back. And still on World Standards Day, I have the head of public relations of the Standards Organization of Nigeria, Mr. Bola Fashino, in the studio. Welcome to the program, sir.
Happy World Standards Day.
And happy World Standards Day to you too, sir. So tell us, what is World Standards Day?
World Standards Day is a celebration of standards of quality and issues that have to do with welfare of the human race all over the world. The program is celebrated every year and is coordinated by 3 international standards institutes: International Organization for Standardization, ISO,
Okay.
International Electrotechnical Commission, IEC, and the International Telecommunications Union, ITU. The Standards Organization of Nigeria is a representative of Nigeria in all these 3 bodies.
Okay.
We participate in the development of standards at international level, representing Nigeria, not only as SON, but going along with stakeholders in Nigeria to represent Nigeria and ensure that our voice is heard before those standards are concluded. In Nigeria, on the 26th of October, we're going to have an elaborate interactive symposium. A paper will be presented by Standards Organization of Nigeria on the theme of the 2017 World Standards Day. And we'll have discussants, that will discuss this issue, from town planners to architects to builders to environmentalists, and they will have to discuss from their various perspectives talking about efficiency of energy, about management of effluents, about how to make high-rise buildings safer, and all of that, which eventually will culminate in making our cities smarter.
Okay, that's interesting. How do you address consumer complaints across the country?
We have a department that is situated in our operational headquarters in Lagos,
Okay.
that coordinates the activities nationwide. But we do have consumer complaints desk in every of our state offices in the 36 states of the Federation. In fact, in some states like Lagos and Ogun, in Lagos we have about 3 state offices because of the large number of outlets that are manufacturing. Yeah. In Ogun we have 2. So each of these offices have a consumer complaints desk. And all we do is to, 1, educate consumers on their rights as well as their responsibilities. You will ask me, what is the right? A consumer has a right to good quality products.
Sure.
But the consumer also has a responsibility in getting those good quality products. You don't go purchasing a product that you don't know. If you don't know about the product, you have a responsibility to get somebody who knows to assist you in making your choice.
Yes.
You also have a responsibility to use the product the manner in which the manufacturers have, guided you. You don't go using the product wrongly only to come back to complain. Yes. You must ensure that you buy your product from an outlet that you know, that you can always go back to in case there are issues. As much as possible, you need to ensure that products that you buy have warranty. If it doesn't have a warranty, look for one that has a warranty, because there can be factory defects. With a warranty, you are sure to get either a replacement or they will fix whatever is wrong with the product, and then you can use and enjoy and have value for your money. So after a consumer does all of this, if at the end of the day he still buys a product and is not getting value for money, he has one more responsibility, which will be to take the trouble to complain. He must then formally complain to one of the organizations that can be of assistance to help him get redress. Standards Organization of Nigeria is one of those. So if you complain in writing, attach evidence of the transaction between you and the seller. Yeah. We have a responsibility to ensure that you get redress. In the course of doing that, we'll find out, is that product registered to be sold in our markets?
Yes.
Is that product certified? If it's a locally manufactured product, is it certified under our mandatory conformity assessment program for local products? If it is imported, has it gone through the SUNCAP regime, our offshore conformity assessment, to ensure that before that product is sent into Nigeria, it meets requirements of standards in Nigeria, which is Nigeria Industrial Standards. So all of that we do in the course of consumer complaints. However, if we are unable to resolve a complaint between a consumer and a buyer, we can escalate the case further to Consumer Protection Council, who by law have responsibility to go to court on behalf of that consumer.
The vision of the SON is to improve life through standardization and quality assurance.
Yes.
How well will you say this vision is achieved?
People are taking more interest in the activities of SON. Most of the successes you see in apprehending substandard products are from collaborations that we're having with sister regulatory and security agencies, and information being provided by Nigerians. That, for me, is the future of standardization in Nigeria, because it then means that people are taking more interest in what is happening around them. As much as we want to be everywhere, we cannot. So we rely a lot on information that are coming from the public. And I must say that today, the rate at which those information are coming is overwhelming. Every day we get calls, people saying, look, you need to come and see what is happening there, unlike in the past. And that's what we try to tell people, because Standards Organization of Nigeria has a responsibility to you, but you have a responsibility also to yourself. If something unwholesome is being done beside your house, and son is not there to see it, and you are not taking the trouble to report, when the calamity happens, you are likely to be caught in it. So I must say that to a large extent, Nigerians are beginning to show a lot more interest in standardization and quality.
How well are you making use of the various channels of communication to drive the message?
Well, in standardization, quality is a moving target. It never stops. So for now, we can say we are taking advantage of all the channels that are available to us, the mass media, the ICT, the online mediums, and all of that. And then, of course, at our state levels, every day we are engaging stakeholders at workshops, at seminars, at town halls. Our officers are on the field every day, inspecting factories. In the course of doing that, they are also creating awareness. And then we do a lot of programs like road shows where we engage people one-on-one. As we do this, we try to encourage the patronage of certified made in Nigeria products. Because we're looking at how we can improve capacity utilization in Nigeria, how our industries can grow further, create employment, and generally improve on the economy.
Tell us, how active are your state offices in terms of delivering on your mandate?
Our state offices are very active. We have a forum where we ensure that every activity in each of the state offices must be reported within 24 hours. So, and we monitor that from headquarters. And of course, if one state office does something that is very good, it's only natural that the others must take a cue from there and do the same thing. That's why you can hardly open the pages of newspaper any day and not find a sun activity being reported, because every day we are out there either organizing a workshop by ourselves or seminar, or we are being invited to one. We don't reject invitations, because we take every invitation as an opportunity to engage stakeholders. And those engagements are usually far-reaching because they have opportunities to ask you questions and make clarifications. You know, in addition to all that we do, trying to project ourselves, radio jingles, television commercials, adverts in the newspapers, and all of that.
Wow. So, the last word for our consumers out there?
Well, World Standards Day 2017 is talking about standards making smart cities. But I tell you, standards is life. Except for the use of standards, you cannot have benchmarks to determine quality. So I want to encourage us as Nigerians to all be quality vanguards, demand for quality at all times.
That's a kudos to the Director General of the Standards Organization of Nigeria. Thank you, sir, for coming to the program.
Thank you.
Standard IU continues. Please stay with us.
You're on to the feedback segment of the program. I am Halimot Osifo. I'm glad to tell you that our videos online have over 1,000 views just within a month. Great, but we can do better. Please don't just view, like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. You'll be glad you did. Our first message here is from Kalu from Zaria. It says, I bought a new HP laptop from a dealer's shop in Zaria this April, and 3 months after, the battery stopped functioning. Efforts to reach the manager of the shop has proved abortive as my calls and messages were not responded to. What do I do? Alright, Kalu, please go to Son's office in Kaduna with the laptop and your proof of purchase. Our office in Kaduna is at number 44, Kachia Road, Kaduna. Oluwale from Kaduna says, I really enjoyed the message I heard this evening from the Director General of the Standards Organization of Nigeria. May God bless you. Amen. And you too. Thank you so much, Oluwale. Abubakar from Maiduguri says, I'm very interested in this remedy program for Nigerians and the society at large. Son, we are proud of you. Thank you so much, Abubakar. Afam Chuku says, I am proud of the present activities of the SON under the watchful eye of Tony Aboloma and his team. I advise the federal government of Nigeria to give the agency more power to probe and jail those greedy, unrepentant importers and their collaborators to help sanitize the system. More blessing to the organization. Thank you so much. Our family really appreciates. Meanwhile, the SON Act 2015 has given the Standards Organization of Nigeria more powers to prosecute offenders. And that's a wrap on the feedback segment of the program. For any information, you can call us or send a message to the number 0705-972-4455. You can follow us on Facebook at Standard NU, Instagram and Twitter at Standard NU_. You can also send a mail to the address thestandardnu@gmail.com. Join us next week for another interesting episode. We have an interesting package for you. Enjoy the rest of the day.
Choose life and live. Buy original.